This video is brought to you by the Ridge Wallet. It's light, sleek, and industrial. It doesn't fold or awkwardly bulge in your back pocket, and it seriously changed my whole pocket situation. Most people are still using wallets designed in the 90s, carrying around old receipts, pictures of their ex, and gift cards in an unorganized mess. Not the Ridge Wallet, though. This wallet holds up to 12 cards, plus room for cash, and there's over 30 colors and styles, including carbon fiber and burnt titanium. The durable material means each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty. You could buy this one wallet and carry it for life. If this wasn't enough to win you over yet, check out their 30,000 5-star reviews. The Ridge team is so confident that you'll like it that they'll let you test drive it for 45 days. You can send it back for a full refund if you don't love it. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/Sisyphus. That's ridge.com/Sisyphus and use code Sisyphus. Link in description. Hello YouTube, it's your boy. I asked you guys to ask me some questions quite a few months ago, so I'm going to answer them now. When I asked these questions, I had like 40,000 subscribers, and now I have like 100 and something. So maybe I'll do a newer one because my audience doubled. Is there any music you listen to for philosophical themes or lyrics? There's Connor Oberst, who's the lead singer of Bright Eyes, and there's also a rapper named Milo, who I really like. Those are the only two off the top of my head right now. What is your perspective on free will, the illusion of it, or the possibility of us being in a simulation? A lot of you guys sent kind of like essay prompt questions, and I'm not going to answer those because those are going to take a really long time. But for this one, I guess I agree with like Camus at the start of Myth of Sisyphus, where he talks about those questions don't really matter because we'll never really know. I mean, it's interesting to like study and think about sometimes, but you can get really paranoid and just think that everything's like predetermined. So where would you suggest someone get started on philosophy? How I got started, I went on like a trip to Europe, and there was a tour guide there, and he was bragging about how much smarter the French were compared to Canadians and Americans, and it was because they had philosophy in their schools. I thought that was a really good motivation to start reading philosophy, and once you start reading philosophy, you get more into, you start asking more questions than answering questions. I would just advise you to, I guess, if you have any sort of just questions or mysteries about life, there's definitely someone who's written about it, and they'll reference people, and it'll just start from there, and it never stops. Any more book recommendations? Recently I read At the Existentialist Cafe by Sarah Bakewell. It's really cool. It talks about all of the personal nitty gritty details of like Simone de Beauvoir and Jean-Paul Sartre, and it also mixes it in with like a lot of their like philosophy and how their philosophy was very close with like what was going on in their personal life. I read The Happiness Hypothesis. I made a video on that recently. There's Hiking with Nietzsche. I made a video on that too. I've been really enjoying Flow and some of the otother books by Mihai Csikszentmihalyi. What is your background that led you to start this channel? I was supposed to study for our grade 11 math final, and I did a video instead, and it did a lot better than I thought it would. Okay, Ahmed asks, do you have a podcast? If no, please do it. I want to listen to you for hours. Thank you, Ahmed. I do not have a podcast right now. I'm thinking of getting one. I just recently got a better mic. Hopefully this will open up the opportunity to create more like long form discussions with people. That would be ideal. What's your business plan in life, in your professional career, and for this channel? I've heard OnlyFans is a adequate platform to make some money. Do you have a favorite film? For like, I have like a favorite like adult film, and then I have a favorite film that I liked when I grew up, and a favorite film for when I was a kid. My favorite film when I grew up is Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, which it's not everyone's favorite Wes Anderson movie, but I really like it. Like all the stop motion animals and stuff. It's just very unique, very nice soundtrack. When I was a kid, I really liked Jurassic Park. Watched it again recently. I still think it really holds up well. Someone just wrote Charles Bukowski with a question mark. Oh, how has COVID affected your video production? This is from Tristan Grant, who I went to high school with. How are you doing, Tristan? I can make more videos now. I just am able to focus on it for longer. Zoe asks, do you have any tips, advice on finding purpose and meaning during quarantine? I think that a lot of people probably have like projects or like things that they've always wanted to do, but they never had the chance to do because of time or just life gets in the way. And I think just because life slowed down a lot more, you can obviously like you can explore these things, and there's a lot less fear of like wasting time on it because we have a lot more time usually, unless you're like an essential worker or you're not in like a very safe environment, of course. And then also just thinking about it that we're in the context of we're living in like history, like every day for us, we're like taking part in something that's going to be in textbooks, and that should give a little bit of meaning to whatever actions you kind of partake in. And what's the process you go through to create content in your videos? I research a topic that I'm really interested in, usually a personal topic that I just find meaningful or I want to know more about. Then I write up a script. I'll do a storyboard. There's one from my old video. Then I will animate, and I will use Final Cut Pro. I'll add some stock footage. I'll record, post it to Patreon for early access, and then I'll just post it usually Thursday or Friday mornings. That is, I think, all the questions I'm going to answer, but I can do another one of these if you guys want me to. Thank you again for the 100,000 subscribers. Thanks guys. Great. Bye.